When I think of elegance, it feels calm, peaceful, and meaningful. The art of being present, choosing healthy relationships, taking care of myself, creating moments of quiet reflection, and being more intentional with my life. Elegance is not only physically seen, it's living a life with intention. I wrote a few habits that I have slowly introduced into my life over the years that have improved the quality of it. These are habits I really want to continue expanding on, and these are habits I'm going to be sharing with you girls in this video while I take you along my days. The topic of elegance is such a beautiful topic, especially when aligning it with faith and purpose. Elegance is a way of carrying yourself and your life with a calm intention, where your actions, speech, and choices feels thoughtful and gentle. It is how you move through life with awareness, how you speak without excess or harming other people, how you move through your days, even the ordinary ones. It is presence that reflect calmness and adab and intention in the way we speak, the way we interact with others, which is why I feel most of elegance reminds me of Islam. I was traveling with a childhood friend that is non-Muslim, and at night I told her, by the way, if you accidentally wake up at 5 a.m. and see someone standing, it's just me praying Fajr. And she said, wow, Islam is truly a very disciplined religion. It's like everything you do have a structure to it. And it made me think Islam is actually a very, very self-love religion. By the way, I see discipline as a form of self-love, and truly it's the highest form of self-love. In Islam, you don't wake up one morning and decide you're just gonna do whatever you want to do. We have structure and a way of life, and even our interactions with ourselves, other people, and also our creator has to reflect that. SubhanAllah, as Muslim women, this is something that we need to ponder on. Having adab in everything that we do is truly beautiful, and Islam is beyond wearing Islamic clothing. It's also a lot to do with our character, with our speech, with how we interact with others in our religion, and also people outside of it. Also, in giving advice. Particularly, I will talk on giving advice a bit. We live in a time where we feel we are entitled to tell people they are wrong, or that Allah is displeased with them, without being thoughtful of the other person. My Quran teacher always talks about this particular topic in terms of like advice and feeling superior to another person because you feel like you are doing things more better than you think they should be doing it, or how it is regulated Islamically for them to do it. And I always find that advice very, very helpful, because it is easy to just get into the headspace of thinking I am better than another person because I am doing certain things I don't see them doing, or they are not doing it properly, so I am better than them. And it can lead to thinking that even in the sight of Allah, you are better. Blunting out an advice or putting advice out there in a form that feels like an attack is far from elegance and far from adab. Some of the ulamas have mentioned that if we ignore the advice of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, focusing on other people's flaws and going blind to people's good traits, which means focusing on more of their flaws than actually thinking about and really focusing on what they're actually doing that is actually good, then we are destined to misery and failed relationships. Your families, your spouse, your friends, and any relationship that you have in your life, everyone. When you focus on people's flaws and destroy the relationship that you have with them, you end up neglecting the rights of others, which some of them are obligatory, and it leads to account on the Day of Judgment. We need to be taking each other seriously, whether it be online or offline. There is always someone behind the screen with emotions and feelings and struggles. This particular thing I'm talking about was actually not part of this video when I was planning to talk on this topic, but I felt like it aligned with the topic of being mindful, being elegant, and also having adab. And truthfully, I always wondered why my teacher always cycled back to the same topic every single time. It made me realize that it might be that because of the nature of how we're living right now, and we have access to more people, we see more people, and it's also something that we can subtly fall into sometimes without even realizing it. So it's such a very important reminder. Someone also left a comment on one of my videos saying that my hijab is wrong, which my hijab is not perfect. I never said my hijab is perfect, and I'm not a perfect human being too. I learn as I go through life, and I just share my knowledge with you girls. So please don't view me as this perfect human being. Putting a general reminder out there is different from specifically coming into someone's comment and making a statement about something that has to do with their relationship with Allah. Let's be more mindful in everything that we do, in how we speak and how we interact with others, whether it be online or offline. We tend to overlook how much beauty there is in the way we carry ourselves as Muslim women, in our speech, and in the way we choose peace over chaos. I have been working from home a lot, and I realized I wanted to start getting out a bit more. Not because I don't enjoy being at home, but just to experience different environments and see a bit of movement in my day. There is something about being in a calm space like this, where everything just feels a bit more intentional. You're around people, but it's still quiet, still focused. It's a different kind of energy compared to being at home. And I've been learning that changing your environment, even slightly, can really shift how you feel and how you show up in your day. A calm environment almost forces you to be still, and in that stillness, you're able to focus, reflect, and actually be more intentional with your time. I also ended up bringing my journal here, and there is something really beautiful about reflecting in places like this. You are not just sitting in your usual environment, you're experiencing the moment, observing what's around you, and reflecting from that place. We're always surrounded by noise, whether it's our phone, other people's life, things to buy, things to do, and it becomes a lot without even realizing it. I have been trying to come back to simpler things that allow me to slow down and reconnect with myself and my environment. I make these cookies almost every week, so I have something simple to enjoy throughout the week. It's very simple, but it tastes so good, sometimes I don't even realize it's healthy. In the evenings, trying to switch everything off, just taking time to slow down, read, and have something warm. I love how it makes me feel that the working hours too are over, and now it's time to just wind down with no distractions. I have noticed that when I give myself that space away from constant stimulation, I feel more peaceful, and I'm able to show up the next day with more clarity. I have been ending my days with gratitude for a while now, just taking a few moments to reflect on my day, what I did, how I felt. It's something that has really helped me with my sleep. And it's made me feel a lot more at peace with where I am in life and what I'm doing. Taking time to reflect and hold myself accountable. It's helped me build a life that feels more intentional, rather than just living on autopilot. And that's why I've really grown to love journaling, because of how much aware it's made me of myself and the simple things in my life. Good morning, besties. I am meeting Zuleika today for brunch. We are going Manchester. It's actually been a while since I just went to Manchester. I went to Manchester during Eid to visit family, but apart from that, I haven't explored the city for quite a very long time. I think since before Ramadan. So I am so excited to go check out the city vibe. I live in a small town in the UK, and Manchester is like the closest big city to me, so I love going there. And by the way, I'm not wearing a jacket and it feels like it's cold. It says it's gonna rain as well, and I'm not carrying an umbrella. Even though it's spring, it's still kind of cold, so I truly hope I come back in one piece. Another habit I've been trying to be more intentional with is taking care of myself and my relationships. For me personally, most of my family lives outside of the UK, so I have learned to really value and nurture the connections I do have here. I rely a lot on the connections Allah has placed in my life right now, and I try not to take them for granted. I have realized that simply spending time with someone you care about, being present with them, listening to them, and sharing moments together is actually a very beautiful and intentional way of living. There's something really meaningful about being intentional in your relationships, whether it's in the way you speak to someone or even the small moments you share together. Simple things like having a conversation, sharing food, or just being in the same space starts to feel more valuable when you slow down and appreciate them. Just came across this red, beautiful tree. How beautiful! It looks like a snake. Taking care of your relationship and being intentional with people in your life is also a form of living with more care and awareness. Being more intentional with my time is a habit I have been trying to focus on. I truly believe that spending time in solitude brings clarity and contentment. When you take time to be by yourself, to think, to go out alone, to do the things you enjoy without distraction, it helps you reconnect with yourself in a really honest way. It gives you space to understand what you value, what you enjoy, and what actually fills your cup. And I've noticed that when I spend time alone, it doesn't just make me feel more confident in myself, it also makes my relationship feel more meaningful, because I'm not relying on others to feel fulfilled. It builds self-trust and a kind of self-connection that you can't really get anywhere else. It also makes your conversation better because you're more comfortable in your own thoughts and presence. This is something I've been wanting to do more of, especially during the spring and summer. Taking my book or my journal outside, being in nature, and just spending time by myself. I genuinely enjoyed this so much. It made a real difference in my day, in how I see the world, in how I appreciate life when I slow down enough to notice it. And I think that's what elegance really is for me. It's the small habits you introduce into your life and the intentions behind it, the way you do simple things that slowly shape your life into something more intentional.